Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life. Are you seeking guidance?
Oh my gosh. All right. Welcome. Hey everyone. How you guys doing? I hope you're all doing good. Hi Carrie. So I'm sorry about the time. I messed up the time. I've just not been I've been struggling with sleep a little bit. Could be hormonal. But I'm working on it. Now I'm wondering if I have too much melatonin or something. So I'm not sleeping well. So welcome Carrie. I love listening to this. Okay, great. Well, the good news is that the great news about that is if you like listening to them, and it's not just about getting a reading and you need some calming, then you can also always go back. So if you go back to the page, Psychic Insights page, you can always scroll back and find like older ones and then just listen to them. And then they should be able to tell you. Then you should be able to listen to it and you can still get the calming effect, although of course it's not live, right? And I've been making video clips, so I appreciate if you follow the Psychic Insights page, because I take these lives and then I make videos out of them, right? And then you can see little bits and pieces out of that, and that's, it's probably really helpful, right? Hey Jamie.
Hello. I thought I was in the backstage, but I had forgotten to press the one button.
No, I put you up here. I have to bring you upstage.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Tracy. And hi, Sarah. Welcome. And Kristen. Jasmine, welcome. It's okay. It happens. I've been through this before, actually. Isn't that a funny thing? It's like I go through these bouts of time, and I go to sleep just fine, but then I wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I can't get back to sleep. So it doesn't leave for a strong brain during the day, so then I tend to mess things up, especially if I'm tired. So, hi Michelle, and yeah, I know, Carrie. It's definitely a perimenopause thing. Man, it sucks. I was reading the book last night by the 102-year-old holistic medicine woman who said, she says that you shouldn't make a big deal about it. She lived to 102 and she struggled with sleep. So I try not to make a big deal about it. But when it goes on days and days and days, I start to find a way, right? Mm-hmm. So, hey, Kaylee and Regina. Oh, Carrie, try some magnesium or melatonin. But the thing I noticed with melatonin, I've been through this before, and I'm wondering if that's what's going on, is if you take it regularly, like every single night, eventually it will keep you awake. Because if you have too much melatonin, it like builds up in your system or something. So it's better to like take it randomly a couple of times a week. Bright Hawk accidentally misses her nighttime pills, and so then that's just kind of built in for her. That used to happen for me, but now I made it a habit. So, so usually I can sleep. Actually. So I usually use magnesium, melatonin, and I'm also on Bio HRT. Okay. Hi, Melissa. She said, thank you both for the time and energy it takes to do these lives. I appreciate you both. I would absolutely love to hear from my best friend. He passed 12 years ago next month, and today's his 44th birthday. Okay. Well, Tracy, I hope it gets better for me. Because I'm kind of a determined, stubborn person. I won't let bad health things go on very long. So, hi, Kristen. Oh, okay. It's all extremely helpful to cross-reference. I do it all the time. I've been really sick and I've missed some lives. It's awesome that you record them and post them after. So thank you for being helpful and supportive to us all. You're welcome, Kristen. Yeah, Regina, you've experienced that with melatonin? Yeah, it's a weird thing. Yep. Welcome, Caroline. Hi, Barbara. Yes, exactly, Carrie. I take magnesium 7, but it sounds like it's the same thing. I don't think it matters what brand it is. Okay, Amanda. Amanda in the group just discovered the videos earlier this week. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Amanda, that's great. I'm glad. Because, that's what they're for. They're for you guys. So I'm not just creating them for my own. I finally got a software that will do it for me very quickly. So, well, looks like we got a nice set of people here. So, Jamie, we didn't get a chance to talk beforehand. Did you want to do spirit-led readings, or would you rather do, would you rather people get picked?
I think a combination, because I had a name come to me as I was sitting back there waiting in the back room. And so I kind of like to see who resonates with that. The name was Jerry. I'm not sure if it's the Jerry or a Jeri or a Gerry or a Geri. So that I don't know. But
we don't know about the spelling of it, but we know it's Jerry.
Yes. So I'm not sure if it's a man Jerry or a woman Jerry. But if the name Jerry resonates with anybody, I'd probably like to connect with that energy first, because I was already
Okay.
that name.
Okay. Is there any other information?
I'm not sure. I think it's a male presenting person, but I can't be sure.
Regina says she knows a Jerry.
Is this person on the other side?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what she means or what. So when I put stuff up, don't forget to read it. If you can, read it out loud, because then first of all, people are more likely to notice it in the videos, and it makes it easier. Okay? So I'm going to bow out and let you take over.
Okay.
Eventually.
For some reason, it's very small this time. It's not like when we do
It's because I'm recording and I'm making reels with people on the live now. I've been doing it for a couple of months, but you can do it in Zoom. And so if we move from Zoom to this is how it will be, so I can make reels. So I can use the video for reels, which we were just talking about before you came in, which people find very helpful. And so that's really a beautiful thing, in my opinion. And I think that we can avoid some Zoom bombers this way.
Yeah. Problem is, for some reason, it makes the writing on the things very small.
So in the lower right-hand corner, if you click the little box in the lower right-hand corner of the video, there's like a little like box, and it will make your video full
Oh,
screen. Therefore, you'll be able to read it.
okay. That's better. Okay. What I'm getting from this person seems to be an industrious type of individual. Regina said she knows a Jerry, and when I had asked if he was on the other side, she said, I believe so. What I seem to be getting from this energy that's associated with him seems to be an industrious type of individual. I would consider, I would expect from the energy that I'm picking up someone who may have been kind of a jack of all trades type of person, where they may have picked up a variety of skills, and just the word tinkerer seems to also come to mind. Does that resonate with you? What I seem to be getting is kind of that creative energy that adapts and overcomes situations creatively. Regina said, makes sense about him. What I am sensing is that some of that energy may be something that you're needing to tap into right now. And he seems to want you to know that you can create the life you want. He was a bus driver and then a ticket agent. That makes perfect sense, because I was getting that you can create the life you want if you focus and are creative. Sometimes you may have to be creative in finding your solutions to problems, but the solutions are there and you can tap into that. So yeah, bus driver and ticket agent, both of those energies resonate strongly with going where you want to go, and having that resource. And she said that he fixed anything around his house. So yeah, and sometimes, of course, relationship things in life, we may not be able to fix another person, but we can fix our responses and our interactions and work on ourselves. So sometimes in that aspect, as well as, of course, with our other aspects of our lives, where there are things that we can fix a little bit better in terms of finding financial resources and finding, the connections we need to do what we need to, whether professionally or personally, or just finding community. Those things are things we can work on and creatively resolve the challenges that we may be facing. I hope this resonates with you.
Now, remember, everyone, be sure that you put up in the chat if you're hoping for a reading, who you're looking for. Like, I would say their name, and just let us know that you're looking for the reading, because that's how Jamie's doing some of the readings today. And so if they feel called to you, then they would let us know. Okay. And here we go.
He never tried to find people but guide them. Yeah. He has a supervisor. Yes, 100%. I'm glad that helps. And I look forward to seeing you accomplish your goals and dreams with the guidance that he's provided. Thank you. I can't see the comments, so Hans, if you want to just pull people, that is fine.
I did. I will.
Nikki Chamberlain said she's hoping to connect with husband Case. Was he a relatively tall fellow? Seems to have brown hair, dark hair, if I'm connecting with the right person. I'm feeling pressure right in the mid-chest region. Did he have heart attack? Yeah, that was right around the point that I was guessing was around 6 foot. Did he have heart attack or breathing type of things? It feels more central, like I would associate more with possibly the like a blow to the chest or something of that nature, possibly having had compressions done on him. Okay, because the area, like I say, usually I associate it with heart or lungs, but with it being more central, I'm thinking, did he have any kind of like compressions or CPR done on him? Okay. I'm not sure why I'm feeling that sense in that chest region then. One thing I am getting from him is more of a loving presence. Do you have a dog that is on the other side with him there? I'm seeming to see a small dog. I would kind of shaggy, so I would think probably something more along the lines of like the one of the terrier breeds, like the like a Yorkie or a little bit larger ones that have that shaggy things. Okay. So he had a DNR, so okay, we might be having a bit of piggybacking then, because Kristen Naves said that her husband was 5'10" and had heart issues. Do either of you have a small shaggy type of dog, like I said, like I seem to perceive what could be like a Yorkie or a Westie, or possibly even like Shih Tzus or something like that. It's a very fluffy, furry dog. Kristen Naves said, "Don't have cause of death though." I get the sense that the one that I'm seeing with this person would be on the other side with that person. And I don't know if it's necessarily their dog or, a dog of a loved one that they had, cared about. Okay. So Kristen Naves said believes it was an OD. Not sure of the breed of his dog when growing up. Yeah, that's common. We don't always know all the canines and felines that one has had throughout their lives and stuff. Um, an OD would make sense because a lot of times, especially if one has heart issues, um, when an OD happens, oftentimes the heart can't handle the drugs in the system. So, um, what I'm getting from that particular man, he seems to have a loving energy about him, but also seems to have had a bit of a sadness surrounding him. I don't know if he had had a lot of loss when he was young, possibly. Um, and it feels like he now in peace, but realized too late that some of those choices, like that sometimes trying to escape and feel better sometimes doesn't always end well. But I do sense that it was definitely not intentional. Jennifer Joe said her boyfriend Dave had heart issues and thinks CPR, and he loved dogs. He was 5'10". And Michelle Brown said her brother passed of a heart attack. We had a variety of dogs, big and small, Pomeranian, Shiba Inu, Rottweilers. It could be Pomeranian or Shiba Inu. I'm not real well versed in dog breeds per se, but Pomeranians often have that same overflowing fur that's the longer fur type of thing that hangs out. So it could be him. I think that's what I am sensing though with this person. I don't think it's Michelle Brown's because I had connected with him before, so it doesn't feel like the same exact energy. If that makes sense. But I think that it was quite probably the one that had the OD. The sense I get is that when he crossed over, it took him by surprise, but it may have been the calmest he had felt in a while. I don't know if he had been acting erratically per se, but I get the sense there was a lot of stress things going on and possibly even some mental health type of things that helped to frame things the way he was thinking at the time, but that the OD itself was not something intentional. Kristen Naves said, yes, he was. You need to know that he loves you and he wasn't wanting to leave you that way. You have children together? I seem to be sensing some sort of little one in his arms. I don't know if that was his remembering having held someone, or if you also had a child that had not made it. Okay. Wants you to take good care and know that you are loved. And he's going to do his best to help and guide you with the knowledge he has now that he's on the other side. Is there a piece of jewelry you particularly associate with him? I saw what I would interpret as a piece of jewelry, like a like in a little box. And Kristen Nave said, a 6-year-old boy. Yeah. His name is Jace. He wants your son to know that he still loves him. I get the sense that he does pop in and make sure he's okay as best as he can. I keep seeing this piece of jewelry in a box. It seems like it might have some sort of like a bird or something shaped similar to what you might see on a necklace with a bird. I'm not sure the significance of that, or if it's whether it's pointing to a specific piece of jewelry or maybe even to some connection with birds that you have. And I seem to see, when I see your son's name, Jace, I seem to then, as soon as I'm seeing that name, I'm seeing like a blue jay. So did he sometimes call him Jay for short? Or perhaps it's that when you see birds like that. Okay, that makes sense. Kristen Nave said, my diamond fell out of my engagement ring that is in a box right now. Well, they see what goes on and definitely want you to, know that that he's watching you and keeping an eye on things and loves you both so much. Does your son play t-ball? Pearls are on the outside of the box. That makes sense. She said yes. Because I suddenly had seen a child playing t-ball, and I seem to hear that he's going to hit it out of the park. So Daddy believes in him and is going to be at all his games, regardless of the form he's in. And if he's ever feeling uncertain, just pick a spot and Daddy will be there for him. She said, I wear his cross with his ashes. I hope this reading has been helpful. He was missing for about 4 months. I looked for him everywhere. That's often very difficult because you've not gotten the same opportunity to have any kind of final times that happen, and it can be a very traumatic process. But he wants to do all he can to help you to heal and to find joy. He also wants you to have a happy Valentine's Day, and your little one too. Pamela Acker Pope, hello, I'd love to hear from my son. I'm trying to sense, connect in. The energy I'm feeling when I read this, I seem to feel a little bit of pressure in the throat area, right in my pulse region. I usually associate that with a change in pulse or sometimes with something that's been around the neck. Did your son have anything that would relate to either of those two situations? I know oftentimes I associate that kind of pressure with strangulation or having something tight around the neck. But sometimes it's simply the case of a pulse change. Pamela Acker Pope say, I'm not sure right now. When I'm connecting with his energy, I seem to see a lot of stars. Was he into camping or outdoor activities a lot by chance, or perhaps was into like astrology or astronomy, looking skyward, or possibly even some of the sci-fi genres that we associate with stars and things like that? He did not pass by strangulation, but 9 years ago he attempted suicide by having okay, we don't have the rest of it, but so this could be related to his previous attempt. What I was feeling then might have been connected to that. By hanging attempt. That would make sense. And my sense is that, when he attempted that, he was very desperate. And kind of had mixed things with having not successfully ended at that time. I get the sense there were some aspects where things improved, but sometimes there were points where he would sometimes wish that things had just ended. Seemed like he may have really kind of had that battle thing of with depression and feeling like he wasn't understood. He liked to camp when he was younger, enjoyed the outdoors. That makes sense because seeing beautiful stars and night sky type of thing, I associate that a lot of times with camping and with outdoors activities and such. And of course, now that he's no longer tied to a body, he can be anywhere and can enjoy those stars from all different angles. And so he is at peace. He wishes that his being on the other side would not cause pain to those still here. But he knows he was loved and is still loved. And he does love you. Did he ever give you something like a heart box? Like you would put trinkets inside, like a heart trinket box? Because I just got in a flash of a trinket box type of thing that was heart-shaped. He did struggle with mental illness, bipolar, his whole adult life. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still curious about that box that I'm seeing. Like I say, but I would associate with a trinket box or something. He sends me heart signs, not a box, but heart-shaped stones, shells, and clouds. Okay. Yeah. So maybe it was just the shape of it sending you a sign that way then. Or perhaps you're supposed to get a heart-shaped box to put those things that signs he's sending you that are heart-shaped stones and shells into it. Because I am hearing the phrase filling your heart with love. Said that it may have been more literal or it might have been figurative there. Was he a rather punny type of person at times? What you might call more cerebral humor, where it was like, not just a pun for the sake of a pun, but more in depth, like thoughtful puns. always telling jokes and being a clown. I get the sense he wants to find ways to still make you smile. If you can remember him with a smile or a joke, that will make him very happy. Does he have a younger sibling? Possibly a brother? Because I seem to be sensing a desire to kind of connect with him and to help him. His brother's been taking it pretty hard, the passing. Well, he wants to reach out to his brother. If his brother is open to connecting, his brother will see signs from him. And it's important that he knows that your son does not have any ill will or bad feelings towards him or hold him to blame for anything. He cares for him very much and can see all aspects of situations now that he's on the other side, where he only had perception of his own things when he and his own opinions when he was on this side. There is love there. And with that, healing can be found. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. He loves you. And don't be surprised if you find some sort of a heart tomorrow with Valentine's Day. Thank you, Tracy Rucker. Holly, beautiful emotional reading, Jamie. Kaylee Hart, hi, hoping to hear from my grandma Ann or Dad Neil. Was your grandmother a bit of a shorter lady, somewhat rounded individual? gray hair, like that whitish gray.
I just want to double check. Kaylee Hart, are you here? Because otherwise I'm going to take it down and move on to someone else.
Yes, sounds like my grandma. She has a beautiful energy about her. I seem to see like crafting with children at a table. Was that something that she did with you when you were younger, maybe? She said she passed unexpectedly. She babysat me and did homework with me. What I was seeing could be something that's more like maybe doing a school project or something, working with you on a project then. And that one of the things seems like it could be one of those science school things where you're doing like the solar systems or things like that. Does that resonate at all? Okay, not that you can remember. It may be more a case of just the activities at the table there, doing activities with you, with your school stuff and that she's pointing to. I get the sense from her that even though her passing may have been unexpected, she doesn't really have regrets. She lived a very full life and made her days count. Does that resonate with you at all? Regina said, beautiful memory. Yes, we had just spent the entire day before it happened together and visiting family. That definitely resonates with what I was hearing next was that be sure that you take those opportunities to share love with those you love while you're here and never assume that there's going to be another chance to say anything. So love as deeply and as openly as possible and make sure that there's no way that anybody can ever say, I think she loved me, but I'm not sure. But that they'd say, yeah, absolutely loved me. And I loved her, type of thing. And I get the sense that she cherished that time with you all. And that she was glad to have that opportunity. Was there information she gave you, like family information or anything at that when you were together that time? Like things about when she was younger or family tree or anything like that? Because I seem to get that sharing the memories and keeping alive those memories is very important to her. Samantha McCaffrey, this message is beautiful. We had talked a lot those past few days, so that makes sense. Was your grandfather already on the other side, or is he still on this side? Is she your dad's mom or your mom's mom? He's still on this side, but he got sick and was in the hospital. She didn't want to be alone, so I was with her those few days before she passed. Okay. Yeah, because I was seeing a man, but he didn't look like he was related to her, and so I wasn't sure if it was a case of that not being the right person or what. Was your dad kind of broad-shouldered build? I seem to be picking up on a man who's got a little bit more of a broad-shouldered build and somewhat dark hair, if I'm perceiving correctly. She said, my dad has passed. Yeah. Am I seeing the right person, or is that somebody else? He was a redhead? Okay. Yes. Okay. And that might not be connected with that person. Was there someone else that you know of in your family that had the dark hair and more broad-shouldered build? It's possible, but I kind of seeing this person in connection with your grandmother who's on that side, so that's why I perceive that they're on that side. unless there is someone in your family that is that close to the other side who'd have that type of build. Might still be on this side, but in the last stages of crossing over would be possible. But where I'm perceiving the person would be more kind of with her. Sounds more like your grandfather. Okay, that makes sense. And it's possible that what I'm seeing is just her visiting him and sharing, and her energy being there with him then. That would also make sense, because our loved ones do try to reach out to us and make sure that we're okay and be there for us. And if you think that your grandfather is nearing the end, you should know that when his time comes, he won't be alone. She's there with him, so she'll take him across when it's time. I hope that that is helpful.
Okay, well, good job, Jamie. I think you did a great job. And considering that you don't always do those kinds of readings, I think you did a great job. You know, and it's hard sometimes because it takes a long time to get a response from them, but it wasn't that long. And the good news is I think that people can see that you're good at bringing through spirits, and I mean, I was impressed. They got a lot of things right. And so Kaylee said, yes, I know that would be most comforting to him. Tracy gives you thumbs up. Well done. And Kaylee said, thank you so much. That was very special. That's very sweet. And Pamela wanted to tell you that it was very helpful. And thank you so much. I love him so much and I miss him. It's a new loss for her. So to those of you that did get a reading, the thing is that getting a full reading with Jamie for an hour is definitely, more in depth and lasts longer, and you can feel connected. You can ask questions, and it's a little bit more intimate. It's actually easier than what Jamie's doing right now, because then they could just like focus in on one person rather than it being a crowd. And so it's just easier. Just trust me, from a medium's perspective, it's easier to do a one-on-one reading than to do these lives, actually. So when a person does a live, I really think that you should be aware of that. So I always tell you guys that, and always be aware that what Jamie can do here, they can also do in a reading. That would be very clear. And hopefully help you connect. And occasionally, sometimes we get things wrong because, we're human and stuff. Sometimes we just misinterpret it or something like that. So anyway, you can book with Jamie at Psychic Insights. And, if you did get a reading today, hopefully you'll at least write a review in the group. If you don't book personally, we appreciate those. We appreciate those reviews. And I know I do, and I know Jamie does. Tracy said, thank you for sharing your gift with us and doing these lives. And Annie said, good job. And Samantha in the group said, that was amazing. The messages that needed to be heard came through. I agree, Samantha. Totally agree. Right, exactly, Carrie. That's why I'd rather not do it in Zoom, because people don't want to be seen, don't want to be broadcasted that way. I understand that. Yep. So I agree. that it was wonderful, and I'm glad that Jamie's able to adjust their style so that they can figure out how to do it on this live, and so that you guys can be connected to the best of your ability. Okay, so I hope that be sure not to listen to any scammers. Don't engage with the scammers. Although I think Facebook might actually be doing something about them for once. They finally got off their butt. So I'm grateful for that. Anyway, do you have anything you want to say in closing, Jamie?
I'm just hope that it's been helpful. I know there were some that had been hoping for readings, and we had several at once. But I do individual one-on-one readings, both written and Zoom options are available. And I also do some coaching and things around mindset and spirituality things as well.
Okay. All right, awesome. So Jamie makes sure that they do written readings for those people that might need written readings. I know that there's one person that watches, but I think they're better at talking, so they have a slight issue. They have a hard time like focusing on text, being able to read it. So we do try to be accessible, and if you do Zoom with Jamie, there will be transcripts. We try to make sure that we're accessible to all people, even people that live in wheelchairs or have some sort of something that's that they have to overcome in order to connect. That's okay. We can still deal with that. Just let us know how we can help you. Okay? So, anyway, I hope all of you have a wonderful day and a wonderful, beautiful evening. And I wish you all the absolute best. Bye-bye.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.